Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, hi, my name's Dita and welcome to this little space I like to call Dita's Corner. So, I know I am overdue with an explanation as to why I've been away. So that's the point of this video. I will break it down as much as possible because there were several reasons as to why I took another hiatus, because at this point, I mean, that's what people know me for. I just like to run away from things. But yeah, there were some reasons, and that's what this video is about. We're going to break them all down, and rather than just me having a video where I just talk, I thought I would make it a get ready with me so that we can be doing something that's a little more interesting while I talk about some of these things. So since I'll probably be talking a lot, I will probably forget to talk about the products because this is not meant to be a makeup tutorial. So if you want to know the products, I'm going to put them on the screen as I'm using them. So yeah, let's just jump into the video. So first things first, I'm going to prime my skin, and I'll be using the MAC Fix Plus. This is iconic, everybody knows this. As this is drying, let's talk about some of the reasons why I've been away. So if you guys remember the video that I put up last, it was basically, again, I had disappeared again as per usual. And in that video, I was basically telling you guys why I'd also gone away for a while. And in that video, I told you guys about, the rough year that I was having last year. And a lot of other things also popped up. And being that I was already in such a low mood at that time in my life, it kind of translated into this year as well, because with some of these moods that some people feel, it's not easy to just jump back into the swing of things and be 100% okay. I mean, I'm sure you guys understand, like when we are in a rut, it's not that easy to just wake up and be okay. And there was my leg injury last year, and then me losing my aunt at the end of the year. And then recently, if you'll notice, my last Instagram post was in February. If you hear the dog outside, by the way, I'm really sorry. Yeah, the dog has been barking all day. So what was I saying? Yeah. So the last post I put up on Instagram was in February, and in March I lost my grandmother, which, if you guys know me close enough, then you know my grandmother was everything to me. Okay, like, I know everybody loves their grandmother, that's a given, but I had a crazy love for my grandmother. And that's because she was the best thing that ever happened in our lives. And I'm talking about as a family. It's been 4 months now, and we still haven't gotten over it. As a family, we're still reeling from it. And I don't know how to talk about this without getting too emotional about it, because like I said, I truly love my grandmother. She was an amazing human being, alhamdulillah. Like, at the end of the day, I'm also really, really, really grateful that I had her in my life and that I had such a positive influence, because something about my grandmother that I strive to have was a positive attitude towards everything. I mean, she used to suffer from arthritis, ulcers, acidity, a lot of these things, and she wouldn't let those things like get her down, and she was still such a happy individual, I mean, I know I'm gonna say positive so many times, but that's what she was. She was so positive. She was amazing. She was so joyful all the time, happy, laughing. Like, that's the kind of person I want to be, and I honestly strive to be like her, because I'm nothing like the way my grandmother is. One of my bigger problems in life is that I tend to let things take over me pretty easily, and I like to overthink a lot of things, and I let them get me down and put me in a negative mental space. I really don't want to be that person anymore, and I want to make my grandmother proud. God, I loved her so much. As in, you guys don't understand how much love I had for her. So I'll tell you two things, yeah? I have this cousin of mine who lived with my grandmother all her life, and I used to be jealous of her, like genuinely jealous. I used to, well, not hate her, because I love her very much. She's like my baby sister. But okay, I was her first grandchild, so I got a ton of love from her. And so anybody else who'd come was like competition for me. It's like, ugh, why are you getting her love? I'm the one who's entitled to her love. I've always been that kind of girl, because I was first born in my family, first grandchild in the family, so I got a ton of love, alhamdulillah. like alhamdulillah. And so when my cousin came along and got to live with her, that was like, what are you doing? No, go get your own home. Like, why are you living with her? No. So I used to hate her for that, but I still love her, of course. She's like one of the lights in our family as well. She's such a star in her own light. Then another thing is, I genuinely used to feel bad for every other child in the world who did not have my grandmother as their grandmother. Like, wallahi, then I would actually feel bad and pray for people and feel bad for them that they don't have Hababa as their Hababa, because Hababa was the best. Hababa was everything. So yeah, that was something to really try and get over. And I'm not over it, that's for sure. I still cry about it. I still lock myself up in my room sometimes and just bawl my eyes out because of how much I miss her. And I know everybody else is still feeling the same way. We have not healed from that because she was our everything. So I truly envy people who can lose people in their lives and get back to normal life after like a week. I'm not that person. I'm a very emotional person, in case you guys didn't know that. I just don't like to show it, but I'm an extremely emotional person. So it's been really hard to get over this, and I know it's not happening anytime soon. I probably never will, because she was amazing. Now, the reason I'm telling you this, of course, is not because I want some pity party happening in the comments, guys. Please don't get me wrong. Alhamdulillah, like, we're all doing okay. We've got each other. We are each other's rocks right now. As a family, we're all pretty much here for each other. So alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful that I've got such a great support system. So I'm not telling you this, like I said, to have a pity party happening in the comments. Like, I'm okay. I was just letting you guys know that because that's the reason why I've been away for so long. Because I'm still reeling from shock. Because it was very sudden. It was very shocking for us. We were not expecting it at all. At all. But yeah, alhamdulillah, that's all we can say. And just to give her our du'as. And that's all I can ask from you guys. Like, don't tell me sorry in the comments. Just say a little dua for her. That's honestly all I want. That's all I would ever want. But yeah, that's one of the reasons. There have been other reasons, of course. And let's talk about the next one. The next one is, to sum it all up, perfection. Now, I have a very bad habit. No, not habit. That's not the word. I have a very bad characteristic. Yes, characteristic about myself. And that is perfection. I, for a very long time, was not happy with the content that I was producing. So I had to take a break and just tell myself that it's okay, Lida. It's okay. Like, what you're doing is fine. Everybody starts from somewhere. But I always wanted to start from the best point, Like, if I'm gonna start anything, I always want to be the best at it, which is such a bad thing. But I'm trying to work on that as well on myself. So I really wasn't happy with the content I was producing, especially my videos. I hated all the videos that I've been doing, the vlogs. That's the reason why I didn't finish all my soul vlogs. I hated them. I swear to God, I hated them so much. But I was really hard on myself in terms of perfection and creating the best content. So I haven't been happy, in terms of that. So I needed to take a break and just focus on making it a little better, and to also try and be a little less hard on myself. Because obviously all these other YouTubers and content creators have the money to buy all kinds of fancy gadgets, whereas, I don't have that kind of money. I'm not going to start at that point. Obviously, I need to get there slowly and surely. So I've just decided, whatever, Lida, just get back to it. Everything will come in its own time, so don't be too hard on yourself, okay? I recently bought a ring light, so hopefully that should help in terms of lighting with my videos, because I really hated the lighting before. And yeah, that's actually it. Hopefully quality will get a little better from now on. Then the next thing, also related to perfection, like I said, I've always been somebody who's been really hard on myself. There's a video I recently watched of a YouTuber who I really like, Samantha Ravndahl. She's a makeup artist, and she recently put up a video with a very similar kind of, what's the word, idea, yes, about being hard on yourself. And I couldn't help but nod and relate to that video as I was watching it, because it is so true. I am exactly like that. I'll link that video below so that I don't have to go into too much detail about it. So yeah, that's exactly how I was feeling. I felt like I wasn't my best self, so I didn't want to put myself out there because I wasn't my best self. And then also related to perfection, like I hated the makeup videos I was making because I felt like my makeup wasn't looking as good as all these beauty gurus. And at the end of the day, you really have to stop and think about it. Like, Lida, you can't be out here comparing yourself to people who have all kinds of fillers in their face. Like, they're not going to have these natural lines because they've put fillers all over here. They're not going to have these creases because they have under eye filler. They're not going to have the wrinkles in their lips because they have lip filler. They're not going to have the wrinkles on their forehead because they have Botox. And that's something that we need to stop being hard about on ourselves, because at the end of the day, you need to realize perfection does not exist. And that's what I'm trying to slowly explain to myself, that as you're watching all these YouTubers, all these huge YouTubers with like 5 million subscribers, you need to realize that number one, they've got a shit ton of money, so they can buy anything that they want, and they have altered themselves. That is not a natural face. Like, this is not shade, it's just true. Like, I'm just actually stating facts. They have filler in their faces and they don't hide that. That's the thing. That's what I respect about them. They don't hide the fact that they have filler all over their face. So you need to stop being hard on yourself that you're not looking as good as they are, just because you can't achieve that unless you get that filler as well. And I'm sorry, I'm never going to do that. First of all, I have a scary like phobia of needles. And two, it's haram. So that's never going to happen. So stop comparing yourselves to those people, because that's a level of perfection you cannot achieve, and you shouldn't be too hard on yourself like that, because you are a natural person and you have to accept these wrinkles. They're not flaws, they are natural. It's normal to have smile lines, it's normal to have wrinkles, it's normal to have creases under the eye. So don't hate yourself for that, okay guys? Do yourself that favor. Okay, so I went off camera to do my brows, and I'm back. In case you're wondering what I used the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse in Rich Brown to do my brows. So yeah, another thing I also want to mention with that same idea of perfection is that you guys need to realize also, and this is a trap I fall in a lot. I'm not going to say I'm immune to this kind of life. Sorry, I'm looking for my brushes. Let me just do that and then I'll be right back. So yeah, I was saying, this is a trap I fall into myself as well. And oh, by the way, I'm gonna do a very, very simple eye today. But yeah, something about perfection that I fall victim of a lot is comparing myself with other people and their lives that you see on social media. If that's something you do, don't do that, okay? I've come to learn myself and really try to teach myself not to fall into that trap as well, because it is so easy to start comparing your life to other people who live their lives on social media, where you need to remember that at the end of the day, people are only going to show you the positive things that are happening within their lives. They're not going to show you the bad things. That's not normal. I mean, people can talk about it the way maybe I've talked about it on this video, like losing my grandmother and things like that. But that's only when people decide to open up to you. But otherwise, these things are very normal. Everybody goes through these things. Everybody goes through loss. Everybody goes through breakups. Everybody goes through these things, you know. So you need to start removing yourself from all these goals that you've set for yourself. Like if you've got a couple goals or a relationship goals or house goals or makeup goals or things like that, stop putting yourself in that mindset and just remove yourself out of it for a moment, and really think about it, you know. These people who you watch who have perfect houses, perfect cars, perfect boyfriends, perfect children, yeah, maybe their lives might look perfect, and maybe they are, who's to say? But you need to realize that not everybody is immune to some of these things that everybody goes through in life, you know. Everybody dies. That's just something we're always taught in Islam, and that's something you have to always be prepared for. Death is inevitable, whether we like it or not, whether we like to talk about it or not. People argue in relationships, that's very normal. Not everybody is happy 100% of the time. So, I mean, with such things, you honestly and truly have to really disconnect yourself for a little moment take yourself away from it and just think about it. Okay, is what I'm doing healthy? Is me comparing myself to these other people healthy? Most of the time it's not, because you're always coveting, you're always feeling a sense of jealousy, a sense of envy, that why these people, why not me? And that's unhealthy. That's a very unhealthy mindset to put yourself in. And never ever compare yourselves and want the lives of others, because you don't know what struggles that they're going through, because everybody struggles. And so just always be grateful for the life you have. I'm not saying don't try to make it better. It's good. It's a good thing to want to make your life better. Work for the things you want, but don't envy. Don't covet. Work for what you want, okay? Because that's something that, trust me, I have fallen victim to that as well. I'm always wanting the best things that everybody has, and I'm always like, ugh, why can't I get that, you know? That's not a healthy way to think, and that's not a healthy way to do it. Be happy for the person who has it, and then you work on getting things that are meant for you. Because at the end of the day, Allah has written a path for you, and Allah has written a path for them. So you walk on your path. Never try to force yourself into the path of somebody else, because that life has already been written for them. So you work on your own life and just push yourself. Push yourself to the goals that you want until you get there and you're satisfied and you can say, yes, Alhamdulillah, I did this on my own and I didn't do it while envying others. Because that's something that social media has really, really, really ruined our perspectives on. And as much as social media is a good thing in the sense that it's connected us all and we're able to grow ourselves because we see a lot more, it's also a bad thing because it brings about a lot of hate, a lot of envy, a lot of negativity with people who don't want to see others succeed. Just don't fall into that mindset, okay, guys? It's unhealthy, it'll never get you anywhere, and all you're doing is hurting yourself. One thing that I've also noticed when it comes to social media is that you don't see people living their authentic lives. They copy a lot. I see it happening so much. This is something that plagues social media. Guys, it's okay to live your own life, and it's okay to have your own ideas, your own creativity. Be creative on your own front. Don't look at other people and start copying them. And let's be more creative, more us. I've talked quite a lot, haven't I, actually? This video is going to be really long, and I truly apologize in advance. I hope, because you saw the timestamp on the video, that you did get ready and get yourself some popcorn, because, fam, this has been a long video. But yeah, at this point, I feel like I have talked about everything that has been bothering me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I put on a bit of jewelry and this top on just to complete the look. So yeah, in case you're interested in the rest of the products that I used, I will be listing them in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, just to recap, basically I was down, and that's why I didn't want to be here. And I just want to let you guys know that it's okay to have downs, okay? That's normal, that's human. And don't shy away from that. Don't think of yourself as a failure just because you've had a down day. It's absolutely okay to accept that about yourself. So this is us trying to start a conversation. You know, the thing I love about social media right now is that there's been a wave of kind of, what do you call it, eye-opening recently. I know that's not the word, but I know you guys know what I mean. But yeah, I love how recently people have been more open with themselves and actually talking about some of the issues that affect us as human beings. And I want to be a part of that conversation, because I don't want to be the kind of person who portrays some kind of perfection. I don't want to be a perpetrator of that, because I know what it's like to be there, to compare yourself to other people, and you're just never going to get there. So I don't want to be the kind of person who always be here smiling, happy, jolly, positive, whereas I'm going through shit. I'm going to tell you guys when I'm going through shit, and you will always know. So if there's more hiatuses in the future, just understand that's Dida being Dida and taking a break because, you know, I'm not having a good day or a good time right now. But yeah, I love this. I'd really like to open up a conversation. If you guys are going through anything yourselves, feel free to DM me. I'm here to talk to you guys as well if you want to. And I mean, let's open up in the comments as well. Let's share stories with each other. Let's talk to each other about these things. I mean, I'm not telling you guys to open up and tell me all your life secrets, but just let's try and be more open with each other, because at the end of the day, people are here to help each other as well. Of course, there'll be people who don't give a shit about you and your well-being, but who cares about those, you know? let's try to create a more positive environment, but also being real, like not fake positive. Let's be real positive, okay? And two, which is very related to what I just talked about, don't compare yourself to other people, because all you're gonna do is make yourself feel down when there's no way sometimes that you can have that person's life. You know, that's what's been written for them, and there's no way that it's going to translate exactly as it will be for those guys onto yourselves. You can try to make your life better, you can try to do some of the things that these other people are doing, but don't strive to be somebody else. Be yourself, okay? At the end of the day, perfection does not exist. There is no such thing. It doesn't matter who it is. Even Kylie Jenner talked about perfection not existing. I'm going to insert a clip right here of her saying it herself. So yeah, that should tell you something about, even with people having billions with their name. Okay, Kylie Jenner is about to reach a billion, but you know what I mean. Like, even people who have everything that you want in your life, they also go through struggles because they're also human beings, you know? Let's at the end of the day not forget that we're all humans, and we're all the same. At the end of the day, we all have the same emotions, we all go through the same things. So don't disconnect from reality. Don't strive for something that does not exist, because perfection is something that definitely does not exist. Okay, guys? But yeah, that's basically all I want to say, guys. I hope you managed to actually watch through until the end of this video, because I know I rambled. But let's start a conversation. Let's be here for each other. That's all I ask. And just know I'm here for you the same way that you guys have been here for me. And I really appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody who's actually been checking in on me and sending me messages and always asking me how I'm doing. I truly appreciate that. Don't think I've not noticed. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'll be here for you as well, the same way you've been here for me, okay? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. You deserve a prize for watching this video, and inshallah, I hope to be creating more content soon for my YouTube channel. I promise I'll try and be a little more consistent. Keyword there being trying, because let's face it, I'm Dida at the end of the day, and I'm really bad at being consistent, and I like to run away from social media. But yeah, keep your eye out for more content coming soon. Actually, I'm so excited for one of the next videos I'm going to do. You see this little mirror I've been using? This was $1 from Shop Missy, and I will be creating a video where I use a full face of products that were only $1, so keep your eyes out for that. And also, if you've got more suggestions or comments, leave them down in the section below, and yeah, I'll try to get to that, I promise. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and don't forget, Dida loves you.